Guys, what's up? We are live on the internet. Crypto buyers, we got, well, an interesting story today. A supply chain attack of JavaScript has got the markets a bit spooked, but prices don't seem to care. Everything's kind of pumping today. We got charts for Bitcoin. We have the newest strategic reserve country announced, by the way. That's big news. We got ETH news. We got Solana news, all kinds of meme coin charts. It's going to be a good time answering your questions. Second half of the stream. So make sure you stick around for those good times. So, first and foremost, this Charles Guillemet, French guy over at Ledger, he said, large-scale supply chain attack in progress. The NPM account of a reputable developer has been compromised. The affected package has already been downloaded over 1 billion times, meaning the entire JavaScript ecosystem may be at risk. Malicious payload works by silently swapping crypto addresses on the fly to steal funds. If you use a hardware wallet, okay, pay attention to every transaction before signing in. You're safe. If you don't use a hardware wallet, refrain from making any on-chain transactions for now. It's still unclear whether the attacker is also stealing seeds from software wallets directly at this stage. Big one. Big one. First off, this, okay, get yourself a Ledger. He's a Ledger guy, of course. This is even cheaper. Get yourself a TANGEM, okay? Hardware wallets, guys. Holy shit. Seriously. Never been a better time. That being said, okay, it's interesting that this has happened. Makes kind of feel like, I think Bert summed it up here. Solana finally full sending, Ledger CTO, all wallets in history of mankind are compromised. Crypto might forever be over. Do nothing. Look, guys. So, yes, I did get a haircut, Matthew. No, just keeping it fresh, man. No job interviews. Look. This is a big story, obviously. So far, only like $150 or something's been stolen, so it's definitely not the end of the world. That being said, if you don't have one of these yet, okay, this is not a shill for that. If you don't have a hardware wallet that lets you see what address you're actually interacting with, then before you use any DeFi apps, go to Twitter, go to their official account and see if they've been affected by this. For example, I want to do something on Aave today. And so I went over to the X and say, okay, is Aave safe? Aave posted and said, we're not affected by this particular JavaScript thing. So don't worry, you can use our app fine. Okay. Make sure, just be safe. Okay. I'm sure this will all be sorted out in a few days. Until that happens, just be safe. Okay. Too many damn hacks in crypto. And as always, if you do not have a hardware wallet, gosh darn, get a hardware wallet. Okay. Clear signing on a trusted screen is your friend. Amen to that. Ledger went downhill over the years. I still really like Ledger. I've tried a lot of different wallets in my days. I like Ledger. I still think they're great. They're my go-to most of the time, but I like playing around with the wallets. I like trying other wallets. I got half a dozen wallets here, man. I've tried quite a few of them. I still appreciate Ledger for their nice products. But anyway, if the Ledger's too expensive for you, something like that, man, go check out TANGEM. Go check out Trezor. What else do I got here? I don't know. Buy yourself a hardware wallet. I don't care what it is. Just make sure you get one. Okay. There you go. Anyway, that being said, Bold Leonidas hacking every chain, billions at risk, $153 taken. Ha 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 ha. Hilarious. Explanation of current NPM attack. If any website that uses the hack dependency, it gives you a chance to the hacker to inject malicious code. So, for example, when you click swap on a website, the code might be replaced. The transaction sent to your wallet, the transaction sending money to the hacker. Okay, but in your wallet, you still see a bad transaction to approve it. Okay, so that's why you want to use like a Rabby wallet as well. Such a good wallet. If you're still using MetaMask, man, you are behind the times. Get the damn Rabby wallet. Okay, that's the one. I haven't used MetaMask in ages. Rabby is just so much better, man. Okay. Anyway, and most projects spend the dependencies, so even if they push an update, they'll keep using the old safe codes. So your wallet is safe and effective, and the effective impact area is much smaller than all websites. But since you cannot really know if project pin dependencies or if they have some dynamic download dependency, just safe to avoid using crypto websites till this blows over and they clean up the bad packages, which will probably take a few days. Okay, but also you can check online. Like if you need to use, okay, I gotta use Neo Finance. Okay, go check their X account, see what they said. Okay, just be careful. Right? There's something going on. It's not big yet, but it could be big. Be careful. Okay. Crypto UB with a great one here. There will be, this will be one of the more sidelined rallies we've ever seen in a while. Stocks rallying to new all-time highs while crypto lags. Altcoins beaten and unable to sustain a move for more than 48 hours. Majors are consolidating above key support, but social media convinces you the top is in. The top is not in. Okay, it's not. It's not. Look at this. Decode jar. And actually I saw this great post from Jury and Timber today, breaking down all the macroeconomic stuff. I'm going to do a whole video on that. I can't do it justice in a quick live stream chat. We'll do a full video breaking that down for you guys here next couple days. But anyway, besides the point, decode jar with the chart here, macro trend oscillator. If you look right down here, okay, what do we see? It's just flipped green. Looks a lot like the end of 2016, start of 2017, when we went on a 12-month mega altcoin bull run. Jim Buddy, what is up? What is up? Taking a long break from work so I can watch the live stream. Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. Make sure you go to the gym, everybody. Okay? It's important. Bitcoin, looking good. Looking good, baby. Look at this. Currently sitting above the 20-day EMA. Currently trying to retake the $112,000 range. So $112,000, key support, failed as support, but also key previous resistance. Very important line right now for Bitcoin, okay? Very important line. Currently sitting just above that. Currently sitting just above the 20-day EMA. Once we get above the 50-day EMA, which is at $113,000, get ready for potential fireworks, okay? That could be the time for us to finally groove higher and get to a new all-time high here for Bitcoin. Not that it's been so long since we've had the last one. Jeez. Will be a long break, Jim Merrick's averaging 45 minutes these days. Yeah, well, I'll try to get you through the news anyway, man. Try and get you through the news before that, and maybe you won't be able to stick around for the Q&A session. But anyway, Kazakhstan's president has ordered the creation of a strategic Bitcoin reserve. We got another one, baby. We got another one, okay? Yes. Now, Kazakhstan is one of the biggest Bitcoin mining countries. In case you didn't know, they're like in the top 5 of Bitcoin mining globally. So they're doing really good, and they're going to launch a strategic reserve for Bitcoin. So now we've got the Philippines got a bill going forward. Japan's talking about it. South Korea's talking about it. Brazil's got congressional hearings on it. Congressional committees talking about it, looking at putting 5% of their sovereign wealth fund into Bitcoin. Of course, we have El Salvador. Other countries are going to keep coming on too, okay? So it's going to keep happening. What happens when Kazakhstan decides, well, we're going to buy 50,000 Bitcoin and hold them for 50 years? No, really, think about it. And of course, they can just buy OTC directly from the miners working in their countries. Do you see the writings on the wall yet? The big game is here, guys. Hey, real quick updates on our trades, by the way, before we get into all the altcoin news. Pangu trade currently printing nicely, obviously unrealized profits currently of $8,000. That's fantastic. Not taking profits on this yet. My take profit order is set in at 5 cents. Now, the Fibonacci target from this particular move is 5.5 cents, just FYI. But I feel like, sometimes I put those slightly high, like right on sort of targets on, and they just miss like ever so slightly. Maybe it's blast right through. It goes right to 6 cents or something like that. Who knows? But I'm taking my profits of 5 cents. I'll be pretty happy with that if we get it to play out that way. Of course, the Solana trade, it's grooving, man, but that's swinging for the fences. We got a long way to go and a lot of distance to go to swing for that fence. Guys, you want to join me trading over on Bit, Unix. Never been a better time to get signed up. There's a link right down below. No KYC, no VPN, no BS. Available to anyone, anywhere. That's you. You can short the rips, long the dips, have a good time. Here's the deal, okay? Never been a better time to sign up Bit Unix because you'll get up to a $400 deposit bonus. So if you deposit $2,000, you have $400 back. Crazy, man. Insane trading bonus. So we're not going to go over the trading wars. Basically, the more you trade, the more money they're going to give back into your account. VIP level 3 when using that link right below here. That's going to give you a 30% discount on your fees. And we're giving away $1,000 every single live stream for the month of September. And since today's a live stream and it's September, we're giving away $1,000. Now we have 389 people currently on the list. So anybody who has deposited $10 or less will be out. We're not going to make sure people are actual users here depositing real money, okay? Not just people fishing for a sweet airdrop. So Grok, tell us who the winners will be. It takes Grok a minute. Grok's kind of slow. Elon needs to buy some new, some more NVIDIA chips, it looks like. People are just doing too many damn pictures of, like Putin and Kim Jong-un making out and stuff like that. Those guys. What do we got here? 46 and 48. Does that feel like random numbers to you? If that seems oddly, out of 389 numbers, you got 2 numbers that were 2 apart. Anyway, regardless, it's random enough. I feel like we already got 48. Well, we'll see. 46 and 48. All the way back up here. Winners from a few days ago, actually. one of these is already been pulled, then look at how, Grok, Elon. Okay, well, 48's already won, so he's not getting another $500. Sorry, number 48. You already won the prize, buddy. Okay, 46. That's you here. There's your user ID number. Of course, check in your reward center later. You'll see if you won that $500 or not. Okay, so that's 714-368-134. That's user ID. Obviously, we're not sharing email addresses because that would go against the point of, BitUnix being a privacy-preserving exchange. So I guess we got to do this again. Let's see what comes up this time. Choose one number between 1 and 389. I'm starting to question the veracity here of Elon's thing. Ansem mentioned that AVAX is undervalued. What's your take? I mean, AVAX has felt undervalued for an incredibly long time, and yet the price keeps not moving. That's the problem. 173. It's been a very hard hold, AVAX. And yeah, I mean, for all intents and purposes, it should, it feels like it's undervalued. Here we go. This guy, here you go. Look at this. Boom. Nice. Here we go. Second winner is 654-367-164. Check your user ID. It's in your reward center. $500. Again, we're doing this manually, so it's like they'll come and check the list later and put your $500 in the reward center. So check tomorrow for that. But this dude's got his $400 from his deposit bonus. Now an extra $500 on top of that. Almost half your money back from your deposit. Awesome stuff, man. Awesome stuff. My PTSD is kicking in my C-Larks tabs. So many tabs, baby. So many tabs. All right, here we go. Oh, we got the giveaway done. Let's keep going. Guys, there has been some serious crazy going on in chain, okay? Look, there's been some big moves. This guy's saying Ether up 70% yesterday. A lot of AI coins are moving now that World Coin has had a big pump. Other AI coins moving as well. So maybe we're going to see some AI coins have an outperformance over the next few days, okay? Anyway, look at this. Launch coin went up 50%. Altcoins are moving, baby. Risk on, okay? Risk on, okay? The blood moon has been defeated. Marcus woke up and said, screw that blood moon, man. We're going to pump everything. If you're trading based on whether or not there's a blood moon, my dudes. Anyway, check this out. Something called MYX Finance, which I have no idea what this is. Honestly, I have no idea what this is. But it's up 10,000% in the last 3 months. But don't worry, I have once again been marked safe from another generational wealth event. I'm fine. Didn't buy that shit. Didn't make millions of dollars. Fuck. Anyway, MYX hitting $2.6 billion. Zero dev activity is peak 2025 crypto. Dead GitHub. No community. No fundamentals. Literally jumped to the top 50 by doing literally nothing. Either a massive insider play or about to witness the most epic rug pull in history. Probably the second, okay? This is probably going to be an epic short. It's probably going to go back down as fast as it came up, but gosh darn. It's crazy, man. Just remember, your altcoins can do that too, okay? Somebody can climb them up to billions of dollars. Is Polkadot undervalued? I sold my Polkadot bag a long time ago, man. I don't think I'd buy back in. I feel there's so many blockchains that are doing so many better things. I mean, just look at the what's Polkadot worth these days. I haven't even looked. Let me have a quick look here. See what our old buddy Polkadot is worth. Okay, just for a bit of a comparison here. Okay, Hyperliquid's at $14 billion. Okay, Sui's at $12 billion. How far down is Polkadot? Polkadot's worth $6 billion, half of those, but it's got 1/100th of the metrics. I don't know, man. I wouldn't buy Polkadot in 2025 personally. I felt like there was some potential for it to do something back in like 2024, and it kind of never really capitalized on that stuff. And just a dot ETF's probably not going to move the barometer much. Like, why not just buy a meme coin, man? Honestly, just buy a meme coin. Anyway, continuing. Some coins do pump, guys. Some coins do not. IKA went up 1,000% before dropping back down to, 90%. Look at that. A lot of pump and dump shit starting to go on. The market makers, the insiders, the whales. Be careful out there, guys, okay? Things are getting real crazy on chain. So just FYI, all right? Ethereum still doing literally nothing, sitting at the 20-day EMA yellow line on the chart right here. It's fine. It's getting ready for the next move, baby. Getting ready for the next move up to 5K. Thinking about it today. Haven't done it yet. But I was thinking about maybe I'll take 10% of my Ethereum bag off the table now and move that into Solana. Haven't done it yet, but that's kind of like the thought floating around my brain today. Okay. Continuing. Athena had a nice big fat pump this morning as well, up 17% since we were talking about it yesterday. The USDE stablecoin got listed on Binance. So I'll start pumping. I guess the narrative now is going to be that they're going to turn on the revenue sharing switch. All right, rock and roll. I still don't have a bag. Maybe I should get one. Maybe I will get one if it has a decent enough pullback. I can see between the treasury company and the stablecoin narrative and all that kind of stuff, it's probably one of the better ways to get exposure to stablecoins on chain. You know, aside from buying the Circle stock, this is probably one of the more interesting ways to get access to stablecoin. Sky will be able to deploy its $8 billion plus balance sheet into Hyperliquid. That's if they get accepted. Rune here posting about that. This is Nutters immediately puts Hyperledger's rough TVL top 3 close to flipping Solana for number 2. The Hyperliquid story's been insane. And I, again, have been marked safe from yet another generational wealth opportunity by fading it at $3 because I'm not going to buy people's airdrop bags. Then it's at $6, like, I'm still not going to buy people's airdrop bags. Then it went up and it came back down. And then April was like, nah, I don't know. Maybe it's just going to be a flash in the pan. Nope. $50 now. Great. Look at this. $55. Gosh darn, have a major breakout beyond this area of price resistance right here. Could be gearing up for another major move here. Let's see. Hyperliquid has been an incredibly strong coin with huge pressure in terms of look at the momentum on that MACD right there. Huge pressure from those daily buybacks of millions and millions of dollars every single day. And of course, the higher the market cap goes, the less impactful those daily $1 million buys will have. But if the revenues keep scaling, okay, and if the narrative sometimes, even if Hyperliquid were to like 5x from here and the daily buybacks only doubled, the narrative itself would still be so strong because people would be like, yeah, but the buybacks, baby, the buybacks. Don't fade it. Solana, is it time? Is it time? Look at this. Maybe. Look. Solana's had a nice breakout. We've had a very strong uptrend, continual higher lows coming in. Now we've got yet another higher high. Does that mean we could pull back to $205 or something like that and still be good? Yes. Okay. We would be fine. Let's see what happens, of course. But this could be the start of the journey up to $255, which is probably the next sort of get up there, chill out for a little bit zone. Let's see. Again, I'm swinging for the fences. I got a giant spot bag of Solana right now and a big futures position open as well, as you've seen. So both those are going for new highs. We are not selling before new highs. Okay. That's what we're doing. We're sticking to it. Pengu. It's time. It's time for the Penguin coin. Look at this beautiful breakout today. Now it has pushed down a little bit in the last few hours, but still breakout's looking good. Very strong volume yesterday on the breakout, meaning it's more likely to be a real breakout and not just a fake out. Okay, that's a good thing. Let's see if we can keep above this triangle right here. If so, then this could be the real deal. And Pengu might be heading up to 5 cents. Okay. Pretty exciting if that's the case. Now that 5 cent price target, by the way, we'll just take that, put that here. That comes from this. So it's actually around 5.5 cents technically. Okay. If you want to do a shorter term fib on that as well, comes in right around the same place. It comes around 5.7 cents, something like that for the 1.618 line here. Okay. So that becomes a realistic price target for the next move up here for the Pengu coin. Maybe it even pushes up to the 2.618 or the 3.618, but hey, so far so good. Let's see if we can maintain above this top orange line. If so, it means the breakout is real and we can start looking for those higher price targets. Bonk's back up to the 50-day EMA, baby. Will this dog have its day again? Is it coming back? I don't have a position currently, but we're watching the chart. Okay. Consolidate here at the 50-day EMA. Might be ready for a big push higher. If so, it is going to go a lot higher, potentially up to 0.00006 would be the price target from this breakout down here, okay? With the MACD gearing up, momentum is shifting dramatically. As you can see, last time we had a similar pattern on the MACD where we had the crossover below the zero line. the price went, well, absolutely bonkers, about 200% up in that period of time. So I'm not saying that's what's going to repeat. Obviously, investing in crypto is risky. You can lose all your money. Past performance does not equate to future returns. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. And yeah, understand what you're investing in. If you want to see my full portfolio disclosures, by the way, you can always see it down below. I own Pengu, I don't own Bonk, et cetera, okay? The things you say, Fibonacci, MACD, what is this shit? Seriously, can you explain it? Why do we care about it? Well, these are all good things, Bill. And explaining all the little details, every video about Fibonacci and MACD and stuff like that will become a bit redundant, but just since you're asking, Fibonacci's are basically a mathematical calculation. It's a good way to describe them. It's a great way, these sort of like power numbers, right? And you'll be surprised at how often these power numbers show up. Okay, so this is why we pay attention to the Fibonacci's. They give you the ability to project future price, and you'd be surprised at how often the future price aligns to the key levels on the Fibonacci charts. Okay, that's one, right? We're talking about trading, technical analysis kind of stuff, right? MACD is a momentum indicator. It shows, is the momentum heating up or is the momentum fading in the market? A quick example here, I can show you with this on the MACD. Here you can see we have what's called a bullish crossover on the MACD down here on 24th of June. That means momentum is shifting from this downtrend. You can literally see it's just going down, right? The downtrend is in play. Once the crossover happens, that means that momentum is shifting. When momentum shifts, what do you want to do? You want to go long, you want to buy assets, you want to make sure you have exposure to an asset, whatever, if you, of course, you're trading, right? Because the tide could be shifting. Right. And it's especially powerful on the MACD when that momentum shift happens below the zero line, which is where you see the red and green charts flip from one to the other. That's the zero line. Okay. Now, we had a very strong uptrend. Price went absolutely bonkers for quite a long time. And then what happened up here? We had a bearish crossover. It means momentum shifting again, but now to the downside. Okay. So what then happened? Price obviously then corrected significantly as momentum shifted to the downside, but you could have had a lot of chance to profit from here to here. And it's not a perfect indicator to just say, well, buy when you get a bullish MACD crossover and sell when you get a bearish MACD crossover. It doesn't work quite that simply, but sometimes it does work that simply. But it's mainly momentum indicator showing that, okay, you can even see back here, it's starting to go flat. You say, okay, look, momentum shifting. We're heading actually back down towards a bearish crossover. So maybe if you'd got in here at the original flip of momentum back here at whatever the heck price was there. Let me just put price range on here. So if you got in back here and sold here, you could have booked 163% profits, right? Because you can see, look, momentum shifting, and it's time to get out of the trade because I don't need to ride the momentum down, okay? MACD is very useful for catching those sort of shifts in the tide, so to speak. Okay, anyway. That's just about those two. Look, there's a lot of indicators out there. If you want to understand more of these in depth, what's that website? I can't even remember off the top of my head, but like go to Binance or something like that, or go to Bybit. They've got a lot of information on these different indicators and how they work and all that kind of stuff, okay? Anyway, when will the M2 supply top? Raoul Powell's saying about Q1, Q2 of 2026. Let's see if he's right or not. We're definitely very much still within the liquidity cycle, though, and we have a lot of room to go within that liquidity cycle. You know, with Solana pumping, of course, you can start looking at Solana betas, dog with hat, pumping nicely from the lows of the other day, taking out the 50-day EMA here. I am not in a trade on this, but it's just a good example of, well, when Solana pumps, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, and here we go. Price is going up, 50-day EMA currently being taken out. Nice spot to be in for dog with hat. You know, you either want to try to play the breakout here, which maybe you could get a valid entry at this point, or look for maybe a pullback to the 20-day EMA for potentially even better entry. That now the 20-day EMA entry may be higher, but maybe it's going to be a bit of a higher fidelity trade versus just trying to randomly along the breakout here. Moodang, Stinky Hippo coin, even that's doing something now. Look at this, downtrend breaking out, 20-day EMA being taken out. I'm not trading the Stinky Hippo coin. Stinky Hippo and I are cool. It took my money one day, and I got my money back another day, so it's fine. But watching. Pump, chilling, starting to consolidate a little bit after a mega run. I would not be surprised to see the price pull back to 0041. Okay, so if you feel like you missed the initial run up on pump, but you want to get exposure to it, That's what to watch out for. Okay, gosh darn, I did it. I did it again. 25 minutes. I gotta get this down to like 15 minutes, man. Yeah. J-Man, that's a crazy story. I got into WorldCoin pump this morning. Was insanely fun and crazy. I made so much money so fast and I lost it. I couldn't get to the swap box fast enough. Lame. Oh well. Easy come, easy go, right? Fuck. Lark, how often you post meme coin calls in your paid group? Well, Jesse, he's our meme coin guy, and he'll post a couple per week. It depends on what he finds, right? If he doesn't find anything, we're not trying to force it. If we think we find something that's worthwhile, we'll talk about that. Obviously, talk about some of the bigger cap meme coins and the charts and stuff around that too. But in terms of really super low cap meme coins, we don't do too many calls on those. Just when we think there's something that has potential to go. Okay. Lark, jump on the wild chart. Yes. Let's take a quick look. Why not? WLDUSD. Sam Altman's coin, man. Goodness gracious me. Well, I'm not buying that. Jeez. Look at that. That is a pump, man. That is a damn pump today. Look at that crazy beast. Gosh darn. It is up 115% today. What is it? Tom Lee's Bitmine bought $20 million of a stock called Octo, which announced a WorldCoin treasury. Is that it? Is that the story? Is that what's happening? I think so. Tom Lee, of course, made $1 billion on that single trade. Put in 20 million bucks, 50x his returns in a single day. $1 billion made in a day. The real altcoin season is in treasury stocks. Holy cow. Look, this is Sam Altman's altcoin. As I said before, there's a lot of things I dislike about WorldCoin. It's very Orwellian, dystopian, and all that kind of stuff. But man, literally the founder of OpenAI, a company worth hundreds of billions of dollars, probably trillions. I don't know what the current valuation is. It's still private market, company, but big. Okay, this is Sam Altman's coin. Obviously, the market is super into it right now. So look, I'm not going to buy a coin that's just pumped 100% in a day, and I'm not even sure I necessarily would want to buy WorldCoin, but a very clean chart, very clean downtrend breakout, 20-day EMA retake here, 50-day EMA volume picking up. You can see that was probably the signal here on Sunday with the 50-day EMA retake with that good volume spike, and then blammo Monday. Some insiders knew. That's it. It's what happens every time. Somebody got the phone call on Sunday night saying, hey man, I can't tell you why, but you need to go to Binance right now and buy as much WLD coin as you can. What happened on Monday? The news was announced. Price went up 100%. Same every time, guys. Same every time. Oh, I went back up with my red light hat on. Before I forget. Okay, continuing. Not sure if there's huge upside moving ETH into Sol. Yeah, I know. That's what's kind of stopped me from doing it. I feel like Sol's going to double from here for the next sort of local tops, probably like 440 or something like that. ETH from here, 4,000 to like 7,500. It's almost the same move, to be honest. Yeah, the thought is crossing my mind. I wonder, is Solana going to continue to outperform? We've got a lot more catalysts coming for Solana with the digital asset treasury companies and the ETFs and stuff, but is that enough to make it go to like $600 and really outperform ETH? Maybe. Did Tom Lee sell? I don't think so. Just wait till Tom Lee's on Joe Rogan's podcast. Oh my God. Everyone's going to buy ETH and WorldCoin apparently and BMNR stock. I imagine they're not just going to be shilling ETH the entire podcast. Tom Lee's a very interesting character, has a lot of great insights on investing in Wall Street and AI and all that kind of stuff. So I'm sure he'll be talking about mostly that stuff. But yeah, Sol is trash. I disagree. Please don't look at MYX chart. For God's sake, let's look at it. I'm sure it's ridiculous. We talked about it already. I don't really want to talk about it again, but let's just for fun look at the chart here. What is that? What kind of crime has taken place here? No, really. This is like in 4 days, it is up 1,500%. Just pure crime, guys. That's all it is. Pure crime. Where are you at with Tau? Buy, hold, trade, stay away. Tau is interesting. It's probably one of the better AI plays in the cryptocurrency market. You literally have people like Chamath Palihapitiya out there shilling Tau and stuff like that. So I don't have a position, but I could easily see BitTensor being one of the big winners in the sort of bigger cap AI coin space. Peter from Thok talks about WorldCoin a lot. I just have to know who to listen to. It just depends on which coins, it's the thing. Sometimes some of these coins are just going to go absolutely bonkers. I mean, literally nobody could have predicted that Tom Lee is going to back this treasury company to buy a shit ton of WorldCoin. Nobody would have known that, right? You could speculate, like, hey, WorldCoin, it's got Sam Altman. They're probably going to do a digital asset treasury company at some point, so I should probably buy a whole shit ton of it. Yeah, I mean, that's sensible, sure. But yeah, a lot of coins have potential to do what's been happening recently. So you look at, it's very important to understand what's going on right now, guys, because we have multiple coins, whether it's Launchcoin or Pump in the last few weeks, whatever's going on with MYX, the crime there, I don't know. That's not serious, but WorldCoin, okay, Athena. We have a lot of coins that are making very big moves right now, okay? There is risk appetite for certain altcoins, not all altcoins, certain altcoins, okay? Make no mistake about it. Not all coins are going to pump the same. Somebody's asked about like Cardano earlier. We've got a Cardano video coming out later. Like, I still don't understand why it's worth $30 billion. Clark, I'm wigging out here. I got bills. Oh, man. Tom Lee isn't going on Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan doesn't know about finance to have him on. Maybe. He's going to talk about AI the whole time. Dees, what's up, man? Sell ETH for AVAX. Just check out ETH to AVAX chart. Imagine when DATs will come for AVAX. Yeah, I can imagine. I feel like we're 100% profits on the ETH trade currently. It's not bad. Oh man, they're on up. It's not bad, is it? But I wonder. This hasn't hit my target yet for the ETH BTC ratio, so I don't want to hop out of the trade early. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, money could be better elsewhere. But man, AVAX has just been a nonstop kicking the balls, hasn't it? But then that's the thing. It'll be a nonstop kicking the balls until Tom Lee comes out next week and says, we're doing an AVAX treasury company too, or some bullshit like that. Not saying that's going to happen, but no, I'm not going to launch a coin via Zora. I'm not going to launch a coin. I'm not going to launch a meme coin. I'm not going to launch a celebrity, creator coin bullshit. No, just no. It's not my bag, man. If I were to ever do anything that had any kind of coin attached to it, it'd be like launching a perpetual swap exchange or something like that. But I don't know. I feel like if I want to spend a bunch of time launching a business, I'd just launch some real world business, something that's going to give me a different challenge. Just made 70% Aether. Let's go. Where do you see Solana going by the peak of the bull run? $1,000 is not a crazy dream. Okay. I think it could absolutely happen. Now, does that mean we're going to $1,000? Not necessarily. It's one of those ones where everyone's gonna wait around for $1,000 and goes to like 897 or something like that. The pico top of the bull run. ADA is one of the 3 mature cryptos. ADA is ridiculous, man. I have no idea. It should be worth like a few hundred million at max. Certainly should not be worth 30 billion. I don't know what's mature about having a network that's been operating for 8 years, has almost no users, no stable coins, no DEX volume, almost nothing built on it. Look at right now. You got Hyperliquid, right? Just came out a few months ago, and it's already dominating the space. And right now, you have all the major stablecoin issuers fighting with each other, trying to get the bid to be the one that launches the USDH stablecoin. Has that ever happened on Cardano? Everybody like, oh, we're going to fight with each other to see who can launch our stablecoin on Cardano. No, because no one gives a shit about Cardano because no one's using it. No one's using it. Have a bunch of CRO unlocking next week. Hope price stays up for you, man. Let's go. Let's go. Take those profits, brother. Will there be a meme coin season hype on Linea? I don't know. It's interesting. I think there's some interesting Linea plays. The TGs like tomorrow or the day after or something. So it's really soon. I'll get a few bucks worth of coins. It'll be great. Get my gas fees back from all the farming I did in Linea a year ago. But I haven't been keeping up on Linea farming. I probably could have got a lot more, man. Yeah. Anyway, but definitely want to watch out for. I think Linea has the potential to be one of the major layer 2s on ETH. So it's got Joe Lubin behind it. They've got a bunch of money flowing in right now. They've got Sharp Link's going to be putting their ETH on Linea as well. So ADA is mature and Sol is the trendy Gen Z kid wearing 90s clothes. Don't know what to, the one thing you can talk about, ADA is mature. ADA is so mature that no one uses it. No, really. Look at just if you ever want to see a very just black and white picture, go to DeFi Llama. In fact, you know what? Fuck it, let's do it. Let's go over to DeFi. Let's go to DeFi Llama, guys. Let's have a little adventure. I'm spoiling the goods for tonight's Cardano video, okay? But sometimes you just have to have a little look at these things, Okay, where are we at here? Oh, we got to do this by chains. So bad. Okay, here we go. I'm just got to find chains real quick. Chains. Here we go. Metrics by chains. 422 chains tracked. Fantastic. Okay. We're just going to do a quick little comparison here, guys. Where is Cardano at? So far down the list here. I'll put this on screen for you guys to see here. I'm just trying to find Cardano. DeFi TV, I think it's like up here. So there it is, number 19. Okay. Cardano, $390 million total value locked. Solana, $12.2 billion. Stablecoin market cap, $39 million. Stablecoin market cap, $12.3 billion. Chain fees, 0. Chain fees, $1.1 million. App revenue, $5,000. App revenue, $6.5 million. Perp volume, $2.4 million. Okay. DEX volume, $3.8 million. Back over to Solana. DEX volume, 3.7. Perp volume, 1.1. NFT volume, $16,000 on Cardano. NFT volume on Solana, $650,000. It's crazy stuff, man. If they have daily users and they have down here as well. No, the daily transactions and users and stuff. Oh, active addresses. There you go. Active addresses, 24 hours for Cardano, 27,000. Active addresses for Solana, 2.52 million. Now, here's the thing. Does it make any sense that Cardano is worth a third of Solana? Now, maybe you can make the argument, well, you know what? Cardano should be worth $30 billion because of XYZ, something future value. Those metrics are shocking, man. Absolutely shocking. Solana should be worth way more than it is. You compare Solana to what's going on with ETH as well. Yeah. Anyway. There we go. Every time I catch a live stream, get a nice bull run afterwards. Let's go. Let's go. Watch closely. He doesn't understand that ADA solved the crypto trilemma. My dude, no one gives a fuck. Again, if Cardano's so good, why is no one using it? It's a simple question to ask yourself. Why is no one using it? Pull up the world. We already pulled up the world coin chart. We looked at it a few minutes ago. My spot 8 is older than my nephew. It still feels like my stepchild, which I have no children. I would mention 440 for Souls. That's a short-term profit. Then you take some profit. Look, my Carlton, I don't have a crystal ball, but I'm just basing that on the next Fibonacci target. You can throw that on the chart here for you. Let's just pop that on there for you so you can see what I'm talking about. There we go. So this is from the previous cycle peak to the cycle bottom. The 1.618 Fibonacci lines of $422. The next one after that's at $660, and the 3.618 is at $922, which is probably Cardano. You guys are going to talk about Cardano. Solana probably tops somewhere in that range. It's got the strength. It's got the ability to get up there. Okay. So that's where I'd watch out for it to find a potential local top at, final peak at. But in terms of local top, I think 440, that 1.618 Fibonacci line, becomes a nice place to potentially take some profits. I could see a scenario where we pump up to like 440 and then pull back to like 250, something like that, which point I'll probably get in again. Oh my gosh, for 40 minutes. What are your thoughts on World Liberty Fi? Where do you see it going this bull run? Trump family is going to want to make it successful. I would not fade it, but I'm personally not rushing to buy it. Let's put it that way. Lark, isn't it a big red flag when too many people are bullish on Solana? It seems obvious that it's so strong. Are we being too confident? I feel there's a lot of people who have negative opinions on Solana for a variety of reasons. I just look at the metrics and the sort of incoming buys with the digital asset treasury companies and ETFs and stuff like that. And that's my thesis for the current trade and the next local top around $440 or something like that. Bread Garlic House is no more. Chairman Tao is taken over. Why, Crow? I'm not anti-XRP. You guys come up with the funniest stuff sometimes. Look, just because I don't invest in your coin doesn't mean I'm anti your coin. Okay, just FYI. There's a lot of coins out there. Okay, I'm not anti-Cardano. You might think that my critical comments on Cardano mean I'm anti-Cardano. I'm not. I wish that your bags go to the effing moon. I hope that Charles manages the next 6 months to a year to attract billions of dollars in TVL and gets a bunch of apps and people start fighting over launching their stable coins on Cardano. I just don't really see it happen. Yeah. Larks has said before, ADA, she gets as soon as ADA gets a stable coin on the chain, they see an all-time high again. The fact that there's not a stable coin right now is shocking. Anyway, I'm not anti-XRP by any means, okay? I trade XRP. I don't want to buy spot XRP. It's not my favorite coin. I don't love the mission of XRP or anything like that, but I don't have to own your coin. That's the thing. I peace and love, man. Let's let XRP make money. Let's let Cardano make money. I want all your coins to go to the moon. I don't really care what you guys invest in. If you're making money, making profits, I celebrate you and I celebrate your wins. You need to understand that, okay? I've got an open trade right now on XRP. Great entry, $2.30. Let's go. Gonna take profits at $4. Not anti-XRP, just not a very compelling buy for me personally. I buy all kinds of crazy bullshit, you know, don't get me wrong, but yeah, not buying XRP. Okay. Geez, Lark, I'm telling everyone, you don't like XRP, everyone will know. Spread the word. Critics marrying their bags, thinking they actually care about them in return. Yeah, your bags do not care about you, guys. Your bags do not care about you. I saw that Bo Hines is that happened a week or 2 weeks ago or something. Anyway, yeah, I saw Bo Hines out of the White House. He's now part of Tether, huh? Good. I think Tether's got some very close relationships with the White House right now, and yeah, don't fade anything Tether's doing. They're launching their own layer 1 chain. That's probably gonna go nuts, man. Anyway, that's it for today. You guys are awesome. We'll see you back tomorrow. Peace.